A plumber that was hired to fix some toilets at Joel Osteen's mega church in Houston, he encountered something that he just wasn't really expecting. Now, this story started breaking once he went on to a local radio show that was talking about finding unexpected valuables. And he had this story to tell. Let's listen.
There was a loose toilet in the wall, and we removed the tile. Well, they removed the tile. Went to go remove the toilet, and I moved some insulation away, and about 500 envelopes fell out of the wall, and I was like, oh, wow.
He was like, oh, wow. Number one, loose toilet sounds disgusting. But he did go to fix the loose toilet, found some things in the wall. Now, this is from November 10th, so there's a little bit more from the story. Justin, who is the plumber, Justin said he started working on the toilet and had to remove the tile and installation, as what the local station said. Once he removed the installation, he discovered about 3,000 envelopes full of cash. So I think that discovered later, he thought it was 500 at the beginning. Some had cash in it. Justin said he called the church's maintenance supervisor and had to stay at the church for almost 7 hours because, of course, continue on. Houston police and investigators later questioned him. They removed the rest of the wall and they discovered bags and bags of money and cash. So in case you guys hadn't heard about it, back in 2014, there was a big story about from his church, which I had actually forgotten about till I saw this. At Joel Osteen's church, there was about $600,000 that was missing from the weekend's haul. You don't have to call it a haul. But from the amount of money they got from supporters and the congregation over the weekend. So from that, we are heartbroken. This is from 2014 when the church lost that money. We are heartbroken to learn that today that funds were stolen from the church over the weekend. This includes cash, checks, and envelopes containing written credit card information, and it is limited only to those funds contributed in the church services on Saturday, March 8th and Sunday, March 9th, 2014. So again, 2 days, $600,000.
That's amazing. I mean, look, finding the money in the first place is an amazing story. But it turns out, holy cow, they raised $600,000 every weekend at those mega churches, or at least that one. And and then of course the other twist is, why'd they put it in the wall? And it was in 2014. Were they ever going to get it out? I mean, this has got movie written all over it.
There's so many extra angles. I love this story.
Yeah.
So it is also, as far as in the wall and who did it, nobody knows yet, but it is reported that the thief got into the safe. This is what they were saying in 2014. They got into the safe between 2:30 p.m. on Sunday and 8:30 a.m. on Monday. So in fact, the Houston Police Department, ever since then, this is back to today, is still investigating this 7-year-old case about this disappearance of $600,000. And it's also unclear how much money the plumber actually found in the walls. And if it's even the same money, who knows how many times money's getting stuffed in the walls at Joel Osteen's church. Now, this guy, Justin, I think maybe, some people may have snatched a couple dollars, may have said, hey, you look what I just found, maybe you guys give me something. At the time of the theft, Crime Stoppers of Houston offered a $25,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of the suspect. So Justin, our plumber, he said the church or Houston Police Department never thanked him or reached out to him about that $25,000 of reward money. Justin said that he even called Crime Stoppers about the reward money, but never heard back. He even tried reaching out to Joel Osteen, but hasn't heard back. That's the least surprising thing of all this. He's like, so lastly, this is what Crime Stoppers had to say over his $25,000 that he should probably get $100,000 of. Given the time of the case, Crime Stoppers of Houston said that the statute of limitations had expired. And that the plumber who made the discovery will not receive any reward money.
Yes.
And number two, they also point out that the reward money is for finding who did it, not finding the money.
No, actually that second one is a legitimate excuse, I think, right? They said it was for finding out, and we don't know who did the crime, right? But the first one is absurd. What do you mean statute of limitations ran out? That's not a thing. Statute of limitations is for crimes, not for reporting crimes. It's a statute of limitations is an actual law. It does not apply to, hey, I'll give you money if you find this thing that you did informally. That's absurd. It's a ridiculous claim, right? So in terms of the money, man, I tell you, the first time at least I would have done this if I'm keeping it real. When the money started falling out of the wall, I would have been like,
I mean, the Lord works in mysterious ways.
Well, it does. No, but it does. Okay, and that is a very mysterious thing. In fact, all of our members are already writing in. Occam Stacer said that the plumber find God in the toilet. Happily Vax said plumbing schools will have many more applicants the next term. So, by the way, I was in a similar situation. I'll tell you a story about that in a second, but I didn't find $600,000. But yeah, this is a bit amazing. I want to also talk about the mega church in a second, but first, Raybon.
Yeah, this isn't a real story. This is an Arrested Development plotline. There's always money in the banana stand, Joel Osteen. Like this whole story is ridiculous. I've been sitting here trying to formulate what possibly could have happened. And of course, my gut instinct is to say, well, Joel Osteen did it. He's a grifting megachurch prosperity doctrine pastor. And I just want to blame him, but I just can't find a motivation for him to do it. You know, he's already got his. What is this $600,000 is chump change to him? Like, what was he gonna do with it? But I agree with you. If I was that plumber, I think that this case would still be wide open. You know, there would be no.
No, if I was that plumber, I'd be like, listen, man, the statute of limitations has run out on me finding the money. So I couldn't, what am I gonna do, right? What am I gonna do? Anyway, so look, I don't think it's Joel Osteen at all. Because I mean, I was even gonna joke about how he could have used it as a down payment for one of his private jets. Then I realized, no, he couldn't. It wouldn't be nearly enough as a down payment on one of his jets.
Yeah, oh my God.
So the amount of money, see, Osteen is a professional. Whoever did this $600,000 job was an amateur. Okay, totally. He had to bother stealing it. He had to bother putting it in the wall. He didn't know how to get it out of the wall. Whereas Osteen's like, no, you schmuck. You just say that the invisible guy in the sky is talking to you and says that you should give all your money to me, and then it's legal. And then you don't even have to pay taxes on it. And then you can rub it in their face and live in giant mansions and don't allow homeless people into your churches when there's natural disasters and they're dying.
I forgot about that.
That's right. And then you could have tons of private jets. And it's all legal, you schmucks, right? So it was not Osteen who did the crime. There's no way he would resort to this low rent kind of crime.
Someone within the church though, probably, right? I mean, it was the collection of the weekend, it happened at the end of the weekend and it's stashed within the walls, which, what's the access point? Because he was taking the wall apart for fixing the loose toilet. Maybe that's why the toilet was a little loose over 7 years. Someone moved it out, who knows? But the bottom line on this money, this is why I can't get off the money, about the reward money, that specifically reward money. If nothing else, somebody at that church, doesn't have to be Joel Osteen, because he's probably a little too tight on his money to try and actually give it to someone who found what you've been looking for, but something, I mean, I'm not even blaming Crime Stoppers. Yes, it was a horrible excuse, but he deserves more than $25,000 anyway, and that's all they were offering in the first place. And so when he reached out to the church and Osteen and everybody else, somebody's gonna come up with 6 figures for this guy.
Yeah, Osteen's being really dumb about PR here. I mean, dude, you've got like, I don't know if he's in the billions yet, but just give the guy $25,000 to get some good PR instead of getting the crap PR, if you will. Then you're gonna have to get another plumber to clean out your crap PR. Okay. So when I was in construction, this is my point of enormous pride. I tell the story all the time. I once built a bathroom nearly by myself. Though of course I didn't do the plumbing, but I put up the walls and all the rest, right? And that was my one shot at $600,000, but I didn't know it.
Is that the pristine restroom that you created?
Oh yeah, no way I'd be that good. No, my bathroom that I created was a mess. Nobody was winning with that bathroom. Okay.
Had a loose toilet.
It had a loose toilet instantly. Are you kidding me? I built it. Oh, when I was in construction, we used to tear down walls all the time. You tear down walls and then you put up new walls based on what the new tenant wants, etc. Right? Never once did I ever find anything interesting. Although, to be fair, the best part of working in construction is tearing down walls. Super fun. Building them back up is a slight pain in the ass.
A little bit.
Okay, apparently we gotta go. That's what they said. All right. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.